Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is still uh, June 16 and it's 9:43 p.m. And I just wanted to document what went on today at the Placentia Yorba Linda Unified School District and the nature of the meeting with Mr. Rick Regal, MA MFT administrator, I think is the student service office. Yeah, student services. And of course, the address, I went to the one in Orange Thorpe, Placentia, city of Placentia of Jefferson and Orange Thorpe, which is across from where I used to live, 310 South Jefferson. And I've been there many times because of the bus rides and so on and so forth. To get my kids, the permit for the low income so they can ride the bus. At the time, I was, I think, with Medicare, Medical. Anyway, oh, actually, yeah, Medicare, whatever. And the same thing happened. I brought my concern. First of all, I tried to call many times, and I went even to school when my kids were not uh, visiting with their grandparents, which is used to being the main caretaker of my children, and even though with all the health problems and so on and so forth. But and the last time when Orange County, well, I don't want to repeat the incidents that happened. Everybody knows. I mean, it's all documented. So I find out that the parents are really uh, hurting because they could not. Don is Mr. Playman. He was having many surgeries, and they after Ray passed, they moved to a smaller apartment, which is one bedroom apartment. The kids are, you know, very active and children, and they could not be, and they're, this is two elderly in their 70s, and with a lot of health problems, many surgeries, and so on and so forth. So a couple of months ago, I went to the school, and I said maybe I can see my son, where he used to go to Topaz in Fullerton, and they told me that he's not any longer in this school, and I said, oh, do you know? Oh, well, we can give you any information. This has been the case. So every time I go, to find out about my own children, even though at the time they were staying with me, they treat us like dirt. I don't know. It's my personality, or they do that to everybody. Uh, so I went to today, and I brought it to their concern. First of all, when I called yesterday, and I called the Topaz school. Well, I called the school district, the superintendent, and they transferred me to Topaz. And then school, they of course they told me, oh, we can't give you any information, and and I told her, can I get the number, or can I get transferred to the superintendent office, and she did. And I talked to the receptionist, and she was very, very nice, and she asked me my information, and she gave it to Mr. Rick Regal. And he called me this morning, and the call is all documented. And he asked me that, well, we can bring your birth certificate for your son and so on to prove that you are really the father. Anyway, so I explained to him, and also the phone call is recorded, and in my own home, and in my own computer. I'm documenting everything because that. But I learned. I learned from all these past experiences. And then I went there, and the executive, Mr. Let me see here, Richard J. McAlendon, 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 yes, Director Executive Services. And I find out also that the school district, the Placentia Yorba Linda School District, is a .org, so it's a nonprofit, and like all of the other places, everything is a .org now. Maybe also police stations are .orgs, you know, nonprofit, doing all the service and everything. Anyway, um, and I felt again intimidated. I was interrogated just because I wanted to, and they didn't give me any information. They didn't tell me, oh, well, we have to wait until those so and so. As soon as I got out, they called missing Mrs. Bittencourt, uh, the mother of the two minors, and they explained. She called me and again harassed me, intimidated me, and also the phone call should be recorded. She called the 805 that it doesn't. There is no record of it. It doesn't even. I can't even put my name in there. But anyway, and it doesn't register any for calls or inbox or it's just sitting there. But the number, I think the FBI has it, and And he told me, "Well, bring proof with you." So I took the Agent uh, Simpson card with me, and I give him. I told him make a copy, and she called me, Mrs. Bittencourt, and she started. And actually, they should have all this communication. You see, because it should be documented. They said prove this and prove that. It's all documented in a phone call. Whether Sprint is gonna release it or not, that's this is Department of Justice job to do. Anyway, and again, I felt, Mr. Richard, he was about to get really, was about to call the police. Otherwise, I felt it, and I told him, he started asking me, "Oh, do you have a restraining order?" There is, and I said I totally ignore him because I don't want to, I don't want to have a conflict with executive, because again I would be beat up, tased, and thrown in jail, and because the norm. And I started talking to Mr. Rigo and explained, and I told him everything, and I hope everything is documented because this is serious matters. This is exactly what happened in 2009 under the watch of the police department, and my children were kidnapped by the police department, and of course the county. I don't think that anyone. Again, my wrath is not against my ex. She's a mom. They are mothers, and they love their children, and they think they're doing the right thing. Okay, the authority is the one that taking. And then ask me, oh well, here we'll give you a number. They give me two numbers, and they are supervised visitation. So they wanted to get, they wanted to get the money, the account. They hijack the children, and they sell you the visitation, and mom and dad has to pay that. 50-50. The first one is FACES, and the number is 714-993-2237. And I called that one, and they were supervised visitation, and also the call should be documented because I called this number, but my phone has no records. And the other one I didn't call, La Familia, yes. And you say, oh, they are really good. I thought that, if the Department of Justice can help me, that these people, but they're probably that old, are they gonna be able to, help me? Well, not help me, help my children. That's all. Stop the crimes against children, hate crimes. 714-479 0120, La Familia. So I got these two numbers here, and it's gonna go with the other pile that I have here. And I got two cards from the executive and the student service. They were all, I don't wanna even say what. Anyway, and that was it. I just want to document that. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestow mercy upon humanity. And I know my kids are, alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in charge. Barakallahu feekum.